Hello, Mr. Estrada students. My name is Jonathan Perry. I'm one of the course coordinators for On-Ramps Physics here in Austin. And he asked me to just talk to you a little bit about something today. I want to tell you, I've been teaching college students like you for about 8 to 10 years now. And something that they all kind of learn in my classes is physics problems. There aren't that many of them. There are a few problems per chapter. So whenever they come to me and they want to be like, I want to plug in numbers, I ask them not to, because the more often you work the problem, you do the variables, you draw the diagrams, you see and you start to understand, a lot of physics problems are the same. We're doing the same processes over and over again. And if we solve them in their variables, we see I'm getting the same expressions at the end. And at that point, I can just plug in numbers and I have the answer. And the next time I come to the same problem, I know what my answer should be and I can just plug in those numbers. The numbers in each problem don't affect the final answer. It's the physics that gives this final answer. And that's really the part that matters. When you're coming to the problem, we're thinking about the problem. What's our model for the problem? Is it kinematics? Is it forces? Depending on what kind of problem it is, that's the method, that's the way we approach the problem. If we're doing a force problem, we're going to free body diagram, draw my forces that act on the object. I take that picture and I represent it in my sum of forces. I've got all these variables then that I combine to find what I need. The numbers are this little stuff at the end. That's how I calculate my final answer to get my points. But it doesn't actually impact the solution process. It's the physics, it's the idea, it's the variables. Those are the important parts. And that's what you're getting by practicing. You're seeing this process over and over again. So when it comes to test time, whatever comes, you know you'll be able to do it because you're following this process and using these variables. So best of luck.